Now on CoastTV News.
Milford Fire plans to expand, the next step for a substation this week. One house in Ocean City putting on a show for all to see. Here's where you can find these Christmas lights. Development on Route 24, what council will hear this week but not decide.
And prepare for wicked wind chills that will tank the wind chill temperatures into the teens.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
The Carlisle Fire Company's plans to expand moving forward in Milford. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Thank you for staying up with us after Sunday night football. This is where Milford's fire company, called Carlisle, wants to build a new substation. This is on Cedar Beach Road. To make that happen, Milford City Council is considering a conditional use ordinance that would allow the city's fire company to turn a storage building into a new substation. Carlisle Fire says the new location would help them better respond to calls in the growing area. The fire department says this would be a smaller second location from their main facility, set up for about 15 people, where firefighters would gear up and take fire trucks from this site. City leaders have said the new substation is needed to keep up with growth.
Now you're closer to some of those particular volunteers, and then also getting that truck or apparatus out to the issue is much quicker. So this has been needed for a very long time.
Milford City Council meets about this Monday at 6 p.m. Firefighters in Frankfort say an abandoned building burned Saturday evening. This was near Pepper and Gum Roads, according to the Roxana Volunteer Fire Company. There are no reports of any injuries, though the home was described as fully engulfed in flames. One Ocean City homeowner has taken it upon himself to make his property another must-see spot to take in the sights this season. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how this one house brings lights and music for people to experience for free.
You want to press the button?
Watching the Cane Woods Christmas house come to life, Corbin and Heather Albarano couldn't believe all the lights.
Ooh, wow. So much work must have gone into this.
This house has been setting up festive decorations for years, whether it's for Christmas, Halloween, or even 4th of July. But during Christmas time, it brings crowds together from all over to experience thousands of lights, Christmas characters, music, and a memory that will last a lifetime.
Just love this time of year, right? The importance of being able to spend time with the family and that connection, making those memories. I feel like this is stuff that kids like him are going to remember for years to come.
These lights will be up and running throughout the holiday season for you and your family to check out and make a lifelong memory, all free of charge. I'm Kevin Zapay, Ocean City, CoastTV News.
So how do you get there? The Cane Woods neighborhood, if you're not familiar, is located on the bay side of Ocean City, on the northern end of town, located off 136th Street up to the state line. And this specific home is near Fountain Road and South Bay Drive. This week, Sussex County Council will get answers on questions asked about plans to build a Costco, Target, and more on Route 24 and Mulberry Knoll Road. Atlantic Fields would be 73 acres in total. Public hearings were held earlier this fall. Again, no decision has been made by County Council, and no decision will be made Tuesday. This is just for staff to provide an update on responses to council member questions on the project. That's also the case for Cool Spring Crossing, plans to build homes, assisted living, and more on 637 acres off Route 9 and Cool Spring Road. There are 4 ordinances related to the Cool Spring project. On Tuesday, county staff will provide an update on responses to council member questions on this project. Again, no vote scheduled either on Cool Spring this week. The City of Lewis will continue discussing and may take action on an ordinance that updates the city's zoning code related to home-based businesses. The ordinance introduces 3 tiers of home occupations organized by their potential impact on neighborhoods. It was an at-home dog grooming business that started this review years ago. Lewis Council meets Monday at 5:30. The town of Georgetown Monday will discuss sign regulations for the town. According to council agenda, it would remove a time restriction for the placement of political signs. Georgetown Council meets at 6:30 on Monday. And also on the table in Georgetown is an ordinance that would allow cottage housing. The goal of Little Living LLC, which is a nonprofit, is to provide 22 affordable housing units to people in Georgetown. Earlier this year, Little Living told CoastTV that a one-bedroom monthly rent would be $950, 2 bedrooms $1,100, 3 bedrooms $1,200, all of those including utilities and internet access. A board member and secretary for Little Living says the nonprofit has received loans and other donations to fund this project.
All this is meant to fit in within their existing income so that they can then spend the rest of their money on health care, automobiles, taking their kids to events and so forth.
The project has faced some pushback, opponents feeling the cottages would create blight. Little Living has disputed that. The second reading on the cottage ordinance is Monday evening. Today was the annual Salisbury Christmas Parade in Wicomico County. There were performances from local marching bands like the Mardella High School Warrior Marching Band, holiday floats, and even an appearance from Santa. One of the parade committee members tells us why she spends months helping put this together.
I love seeing the joy on everybody's faces. I mean, really, when you come down and we're walking down and we're like, here comes Santa, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's Santa on the fire truck, that is like one of the most fulfilling things in the world.
This year was the 79th year of the parade. The theme was Holly Jolly Hoedown. The Ravens hosted their division rivals, the Steelers, earlier today. Each team entered the game 6-6, with first place in the AFC North on the line. The Delmarva Sports Network's Tyler Aiken recaps a battle that went down to the wire.
Over the years, a lot of NFL defenses have been referred to as bend, but don't break. Well, today, the Ravens' offense was often close, but not quite close enough. Baltimore fell to Pittsburgh 27-22, and trips to the red zone towards the end of the game were the difference maker. In the last 3 times that Baltimore got within the 20-yard line, it went field goal, turnover on downs. And head coach John Harbaugh says oftentimes the Ravens' offense was just slightly off.
That's one we're gonna have to go back and look at. Like I'm sure once I'm just walking out of the locker room right here, so I haven't had a chance to really break that down with the offensive coaches. But we weren't as crisp as we needed to be on that last 2-minute drive for sure. But we made plays. I mean, we got down the field twice, so I was happy with that. But that part we'll have to look at.
The Ravens did come very close to punching in a touchdown. With just under 3 minutes left, this pass from Lamar Jackson to Isaiah Likely was ruled incomplete. The officials said that Likely needed to, quote, complete an act common to the game, also known as a third step. Jackson was frustrated, but didn't dwell on it too much.
Like I said, I thought it was a touchdown, man. The refs made the call they wanted. They believed that was right. So I go with it. Just got to stay locked down. I mean, if you was on the field with us, I believe you'd have thought it was a touchdown too, but I can't do the ref job, so it is what it is.
That's the exact response Harbaugh wanted his team to have.
They know. They've been in the NFL. They know how this stuff works, and I tell them basically we don't make any excuses. We don't point any fingers. That's not what we do here. We never have. We walk out here with our chest out and our chin up, and we look to the next game, and we are fighting still for everything that we want to accomplish, So it's tough. It's been a tough, challenging road for sure, but that's where we're at.
So for now, the Ravens trail the Steelers by 1 game in the AFC North, but Baltimore has a chance for revenge in a few weeks on the road in Pittsburgh. Reporting from Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Tyler Aiken, DSN.
Monday morning on Coast TV News, tune in for a look at how you can give back in Lewis via a food drive. And then coming up Monday evening, from sidewalks to crosswalks, possible parking and pedestrian improvements on King Charles Avenue, what has been years in the making in Rehoboth Beach.
And from Monday evening to Tuesday morning, we're going to feel like 13 degrees in some areas. More on this wicked wind chill this way coming up next.
After that, the price of pumping gas, why experts say fuel is lower than normal this holiday season, and how much it is right here on Delmarva. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Well, initially there was a little piddly chance of a snow shower here and there, particularly around Ocean City. Even that's diminishing more so that we can focus on the thing that I thought we should, which is the crazy cold and the wicked wind chills on the way just before we hit Wednesday. We're live right now, staying very clear, very chilly right now as we speak. Now, we have to talk about the winds and the temperatures and how that combination is going to make it very uncomfortable over the next couple of days. Small craft advisories in effect along the Atlantic side here, meaning that we're watching out and bracing for about 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now, that same concern is what we have on the other side for the Chesapeake Bay area, for the folks in Bucktown as well as Cambridge. Then, interestingly, to the south, we do have a winter weather advisory that's in effect for Chincoteague all the way down towards Cape Charles. Now, that's because they're watching out for the possibility of 1 to 2 inches of snow. That's not really a major deal. The major deal is really the cold. A cold front's going to push through, and it's going to usher in some icy Arctic air. But then again, some would say, is there any other kind, right? So here's a look at what we're expecting along the coast. Cloudy skies, pretty dominant. Lack of sunshine is going to make it stay below 40 most locations. That lack of solar energy is going to, and then you combine that with the winds coming out of the north at 31, uncomfortable, cut through your skin miles per hour. And I'm saying that to make the emphasis of just how cold it's going to be. Dress in layers on top of your layers, okay? Especially with the northern wind. I mean, you take a look at the wind chill factor, it's going to be dancing somewhere in the teens and 20s actually when it finally settle in. And so we're not expecting temperatures to crack 40, and we're supposed to be at least close to 50. Monday, we stay cloudy with the winds out of the north, and then by Monday afternoon and evening, we stay cloudy. It clears out on Tuesday, and this opens the door for temperatures to drop to 25, for example, in Seaford, 26 in Delmarva. Now, keep that in the back of your mind when I get to the wind chill factor, okay? By Tuesday afternoon, we'll see increasing cloud cover, and temperatures will climb and crack 40 in places like Long Neck, Selbyville, Berlin, and Lewis. But then we topple again right back to freezing before we even hit midnight. Now, the amount of snow, because I said piddly, well, we're looking at maybe 1/10 of an inch of snow. That's a flurry or two at best in Berlin and Ocean City. Everywhere else, we're clear. We've had a trend of much cooler weather over the last few days. You see all that blue? Those are temperatures that are below the norm, and if it's darker blue, well below the norm for this time of the year. Now, let's talk Turkey as far as how it's going to feel. Monday morning, we're going to feel like 25 degrees in Georgetown. That's going to feel like a balmy day compared to Tuesday. See, because Monday evening, we're going to drop to 22. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Here we go. Boom. 13 in Seaford, Delmarva, Salisbury. It's going to feel like 14 in Ellendale, Georgetown. It's going to feel like 16 in Millsboro and Milton, 17 in Berlin, Selbyville, 18 just about everywhere else, and maybe 20 to 21 Bethany Beach and Fenwick Island, and that's Tuesday by itself. So here it is. Tonight, 31, mostly clear, very chilly in its own right. Winds out of the north are staying light. Tomorrow, we stay cloudy all day long. Flurries well to the south, well to our south, a flurry at best. And then Tuesday morning, that's when it's going to feel like 13, and if we're lucky, we'll get some sunshine, and it'll muscle its way back up to 40. Here's a look at your extended forecast.
Paul, thank you so much. Well, consumers looking for a merry and bright spot in their budgets this holiday season can find it at the gas pumps. Karen Kaifa shows us what's driving prices to their lowest levels in years.
A holiday treat for drivers.
We haven't seen gas prices this low since 2021, and we could continue to see that trend as we head into the holiday season.
AAA said the nationwide average for a gallon of regular gasoline dipped below the $3 mark this week for the first time since May 2021. And in some states, the average is even lower.
You've got high supply, lower demand. You've got a lower gasoline blend that's cheaper to produce. You combine all of that, you're going to get lower gas prices.
The major driver of gas prices, crude oil prices, has dropped significantly. In December 2022, 10 months after Russia invaded Ukraine and destabilized the global oil market, U.S. oil prices were around $81 per barrel. Lately, they're hovering around and below the $60 mark.
Crude oil prices this year have been relatively stable and relatively low. When you look at the national average across the board, starting in January of this year, it's been pretty much a flat line all year long, and that's very rare.
Both the U.S. and OPEC have upped their oil production in recent months, adding more supply to outpace demand. Another contributing factor, most pumps right now are filled with winter blend gasoline, which costs less to produce. And with the exception of the busy winter holiday periods, overall demand typically falls during winter. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
So how do we compare on Delmarva? According to AAA in Delaware, the average price for a gallon of gas is $2.9. Same in Maryland, but a tick higher. Virginia, though, cheapest gas on the peninsula at $2.86 a gallon. New information is shedding light on the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The government has arrested about 220,000 people in the 9 months since President Donald Trump took office. That's according to the Data Deportation Project, a research group associated with Berkeley Law School in California. The group also found ICE agents detained nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records since last January. So far, no comment from the Department of Homeland Security. A remembrance ceremony was held at the National Pearl Harbor Memorial in Honolulu to honor those who died on December 7, 1941, when hundreds of Japanese bombers attacked the Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard where the ceremony was held today. Today's ceremony included veterans and military members, remarks, and a wreath laying. 2,400 service members and civilians lost their lives in the 2-hour air raid by Japanese forces on the U.S. naval base in Hawaii. That sneak attack pulled the country into World War II, and today marks 84 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. Still to come on Coast TV News, opening up gifts on Christmas, how you're making that happen for children on Delmarva. A Dover man died in a car crash Friday night in Kent County. DSP says around 11 p.m. a truck was driving down the POW MIA Parkway by Baden-Powell Way in Rodney Village. The truck left the road and hit a light pole. The driver, a 43-year-old from Dover, wasn't wearing a seatbelt and was pronounced dead. Troopers say they continue to investigate this Kent County crash. If you didn't already know, December 7th is Delaware Day, the anniversary of Delaware becoming the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution back in 1787. To celebrate, the state has an online Delaware trivia game you can play anytime. You can actually head to our website right now to learn more, and you might even learn a fun fact or two. After the break here on Coast TV News, feeling lucky? How high the Powerball jackpot has climbed. We are so grateful for this time of year and collecting donations for Bless Our Children, ensuring all children get a gift on Christmas morning through nonprofits right here on Delmarva. Here's a look at some of the people and businesses helping make that happen.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to the Bless Our Children campaign.
We'd like to recognize those friends now by reading the Shell Brothers honor roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
In loving memory of Stacy Dorsch, Atlantic Community Thrift Shop,
Boggs Dish Haroon Post number 123,
Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645,
Clark & Sons Garage Doors, James Maloney,
Eastern Shore Corvette Club Incorporated,
Cape Henlope and Elks 2540,
Seaboard Billboard Boat.
In memory of Carolyn Lehman Johnson,
Right Locations Inc.,
Pat Littleton and Steve Rosenberry,
Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle,
Sons and Daughters of Italy of Ocean City Lodge number 2474,
Tony Tank Tribe number 149, Midway Par 3,
Inspiration Health Services LLC, Sugar and Gas Home and Comfort Products,
Donna Sackett and John Parker,
Apgar Turf Farm Inc.,
Chesapeake Urology, Doctors Mark Edney, Mark Shimko, Alyssa Gracely, and Jason Smith.
CJ's Beach Space.
In honor of Bill Hickman, Peninsula Imaging LLC.
Painting in America Made Great Again, Earl Johnson Painting.
In memory of Jean G. and John D. Henry.
Mr. and Mrs. R. Dean Goldsboro.
Evergreen Lodge number 153.
Janosic Family Charitable Foundation Fund.
Emery's General Service of Millsboro.
Willard's Lions Club. Sean Knoll Ways Limitless Worldwide.
Wheels That Heal Car Club.
Chesapeake Waste Industries.
Wacomico Lodge number 91 AF and AM.
Rotary International Lewis Rehoboth Beach Rotary Club.
Preston Gromark FS.
Pocomoke Elks Lodge number 1624.
American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166.
Fillmore Day Real Estate Services LLC.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control.
Delaware Improved Order of Red Men and Degree of Pocahontas.
Idlewild Brewerton Club.
Hawker's Supermarkets,
DJVO Entertainment,
Murray's Residential Service, Dennis and Barbara Murray,
Alan Corman and Son, Inc.,
Antique Alley of Bridgeville in memory of Ron Hatfield,
Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton,
ASAP Pumping and ASAP Total Disposal,
Absolute PDR, Dwayne and Brandy Geis,
David and Luis,
Tylerton Church, Inc., Contractors for a Cause,
Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051,
AccuTrench Contracting, LLC,
IV Solutions,
Terra Firma of Delmarva Paving,
Crowley Associates Realty, Inc.,
ABC Refrigeration, Inc. of Bishopville, Maryland,
BYOC Build Your Own Cookie, Chincoteague and West OC,
Corrado Construction Company,
the Caronville Foundation,
Tops Cutoff DJ Services and Recording Studio,
Redmond of Delaware Orphans Board,
HVAC Services Unlimited, Inc.,
Shore Fund Tractor Pullers,
Eastern Shore Region Antique Automobile Car Club, Harry and Jenny Davis,
Collins Wharf Sod,
Brittany McKinley, in loving memory of Ava Lee Quinn, Jim and Nancy McKinley,
Missionary Baptist Church,
Selbyville Elks Lodge, number 2173,
King Crop Insurance in memory of Bonnie King,
Sons of the American Legion, number 123, Richard Jordan, in memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan,
Liberty Concrete and Home Enhancements LLC,
Chris Contracting, Inc.,
Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper,
in memory of Cecily Witt,
Dance Conservatory and Ballet Theater of Dover,
O.T. Beauchamp Jr., American Legion Post 94,
Lewis Rehoboth Moose Lodge 646,
Hastings Marine Construction,
June and John Lewis Jr.,
Paula Kelly of Elite Lending Services, LLC, Don and Stephanie McIntaffer,
Delmarva Art and Wool Expo,
Towers Concrete Products, Inc.,
G.R. Campbell Construction,
Allen Lions Club,
Zion Church of Salisbury Women of Faith,
Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings,
The Riverside Grill,
Pools, Pavers, and more,
Harborside Bar and Grill,
Bob Willie and Sons, Inc.,
Hickman Beach Plaza,
Preston R. Smith, Plumbing and Heating,
Rich and Karen Gollin,
American Legion Nanacoke Squadron number 6,
Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware Incorporated,
B&R Auto Parts, Inc.,
Joan W. Jenkins Foundation Incorporated,
Jolly Roger Amusement Parks,
Mike Singleton and Sons Pest Control Company,
Mount Zion Holiness Church, Inc.,
Paul Morin's Floor and Wall Design,
R.D. Greer and Sons Co.,
Shore United Bank, Michael Kaviachin, Realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty,
Holly Lake Campsites and Holly Lake Grill,
Paradise Plumbing Incorporated,
Daisy's Well Drain,
Coastal Towing and Auto Repair Lewis,
Murray Sod Farm,
Monell and Sons Trucking Incorporated. We appreciate all of you stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as a part of our Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your card and donation to Bless Our Children in care of WBOC at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801, or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you for helping make this season merrier for children on Delmarva.
Happy holidays.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
With the holiday season comes our holiday house. So let's show you a pretty cool display from Bo Cox in Lewis. He says if people come and take a selfie with Santa, we make a donation to the Children's Beach House every year. Thank you, Bo, for sharing that. We want to see how you are decking your halls all season long. Send us your photos and videos by going to coasttv.com/holidayhouse, and we might even show them on TV. After the break here on Coast TV News, as we take a live look outside, one more check on your forecast after this.
Right now, we're looking at Salisbury staying very clear, staying very cold. That's an understatement. Then you combine that with the wind. Small craft advisory active. So we're looking at 25-mile-per-hour winds just around the entire Delmarva Peninsula on a pretty steady basis, along with the cold air that we have already in place. Now, along the coast here, how it's going to shape out. We're going to look at mostly cloudy skies. Look at the winds out of the north between 27 to 31 miles per hour. And we are expecting a chance of snow showers to fire up for us in Chincoteague. So for Monday, Chincoteague is the only place where I'm looking pretty confident that we may catch a flurry or two. Not significant snow, but a flurry. Then it's going to become breezy for us on Wednesday, and that's after we start off Tuesday. Crazy cold with the wind chill factor being in the teens. like 13, 14, okay? Now, for Ocean City, we could see a flake or two, but mainly 37 degrees, and we'll warm up to 50 by Wednesday. And then we will get a chance to thaw out to about 53 degrees for St. Louis with cloudy skies. Now, keep in mind that you can always keep up with the details of your forecast by calling our weather line. The number to call is 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. I got to say this one more time. When I say that first cold, we're talking about Monday night going into Tuesday morning. Now, tomorrow, well, later this morning, is going to be cold enough at 22, 23. But Tuesday morning, waking up to 13 degrees for the wind chill factor, 14 and 15. And I cannot rule out the possibility of it being a little lower than that. And then we have another blast of Arctic air that hits after the weekend for a second round of the same kind of cold, if not even more severe than that. So I need for you to know it's going to feel an awful lot like Christmas.
It is December, Paul, so we'll be used to that. Thank you. Well, hey, get this for Christmas, maybe a bigger wallet, because nobody had all the numbers in Saturday night's Powerball drawing. So the jackpot for Monday night is $875 million. Cash value, $403 million. So that sounds pretty good. There was one $2 million winner in New Jersey. Now, Paul, I don't know about you, but I would take $400 million. I would take it right now.
You know what? I wouldn't be great. I'll take 200.
I would take
200 million? 100 million?
I'll take 1 million.
One.
Were we asking for too much?
Hey, I take $5 and some dinner right about now.
That, you know what? You know what? We could really use that. But hey, get your tickets. Got to play to win.
Can't win. Don't play.
That's right. Thanks, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News after Sunday Night Football.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
We'll see you in just a few hours, starting at 5 a.m.
Have a great night.